And we say hello, welcome to O'Fallon, Illinois. Welcome to Mascoutah Indians baseball on a beautiful sunny afternoon here in O'Fallon, Southern Illinois, as the Mascoutah Indians get set to take the field for the first time in 2026 as they get ready for their 2026 season. The Indians come into this game ready to go, and what is sure to be a fun and exciting 2026 schedule. The Indians last year, a 25-9 schedule, saw them get all the way to the sectional championship game, a thrilling game that they lost to the Triad Knights in a thrilling overtime victory. The Indians come into this game trying to pick up a victory over the Teutopolis Wooden Shoes, who last year were 30-6, state runners-up, when we're runners-up in the 2A state semifinals, a loss 5-4 to Sacred Heart Griffin on June 7th, 2025. It's been a thriller. We're ready to go for baseball here in 2025. Coaches meeting at the home plate right now, trying to figure out how to exchanging lineup cards and all that. Indians last year, a good offensive year. They were led Indians last year were led on the offensive side of things by Cameron Eddy. Really, if you had to anybody who's coming back, your top three hitters last year were all seniors. Cameron Eddy hit .421 last year. Josh Shaman at .418, had two bombs, had 14 extra base hits. And, of course, Austin Mousone hitting .388. But then you get down Darren Klein, who hit .360 on the year last year, had a home run, drove at 18 over 33 games. The team as a whole last year for the Indians, a .352 batting average and an OPS of .957 as a team. They had 15 home runs collectively. Drove and scored 275 runs a season ago. Indians today will be the away team on the scoreboard, and Teutopolis takes the mound now. Teutopolis takes the field rather, getting ready for here this afternoon. Teutopolis again, state runners-up a season ago, losing to Sacred Heart Griffin back on June 7th, 2025. On the mound today for the Teutopolis Wooden Shoes, as they take the field, is Austin Boris, who did not pitch, so I don't have any records of having pitched a season ago. The max preps for Teutopolis last year only has them playing 3 games, so I don't have a ton of accurate statistics as we go back to last year for this Teutopolis team. But Austin Boris takes the mound today for the Wooden Shoes. Nolan Liebert and your Indians lineup this afternoon. Nolan Liebert will lead off and play short. Darren Klein will bat second, and he is the DH and the pitcher today. Carson Moll bats third and does the catching. Nate Walker bats fourth in center field. Gabe James bats fifth at second. David Schulte batting sixth. He's in left. Mason Bennett bats seventh at third. TJ Epps bats eighth at first. And Quinn Ford will bat ninth and play right field. So just about set to go. The Teutopolis sets the infield. Aiden Niemerg is in left. David Warman is in center. Gavin Addis is in right. Caleb Dieters at third. Andy Lustig at short. Tegan Powell at second. Nolan Schumacher at first. And Michael Having does the catching for the Wooden Shoes. Nolan Liebert sets the lead off for the Indians, and we are just about underway. First pitch is a little bit high. Ball one, and we are underway here in O'Fallon. Beautiful day in O'Fallon. Boris ready into the line to pitch, 1-0. And Liebert fouls it back up over the Indian dugout. Indians in the white jerseys today, trimmed in with white lettering and white numbers, trimmed in black. Purple jerseys, white pants. One ball, one strike. On Liebert, the right-handed batter against the right-handed Boris. Into the wind and the 1-1. Off the outside corner, ball 2-1. One ball, 2 strikes. Boris kicks and deals the pitch. That is high, ball 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Liebert. Boris gets his sign. He's ready to deal and goes the pitch. Swinging a high fly ball, shallow, popped up on the left side of the field. Foul territory over to make the catch. No, dropped. Caleb Dieters, the third baseman, couldn't get it under the sun, and it drops in foul territory. Liebert stays alive at a 2-2 count. Liebert last year at .349, 1 home run, drove in 25. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Liebert, the Indians shortstop this afternoon. Voorhees from the first base side of the rubber, ready, kicks and fires. Breaking pitch off the up and in, ball 3-2. So Liebert works it full, good at bat to start this game, good at bat to start the year for the Indians. Liebert trying to find a way to stay alive. Here's the 3-2. Swinging a fly ball in the air, right center field. That ball is into the right, into the gap, and it's caught by the center fielder David Woman, and one away here in the top of the first inning on opening day. So that'll bring up Darren Klein, who is on the mound today for the Indians, also listed as the Indians' designated hitter. First pitch to him is a strike over the outside corner, 0-1. Here's the 0-1 pitch, and a swing and a miss by Klein, 0-2. Klein again last year, 360 in terms of guys returning to the team in 2026. Klein the leading batter with a 360 average at an OPS 973. The next pitch is a strike called over the outside corner, another strike 3. Klein down on strikes on the first K of the year for Austin Voorhees. Two gone to the bottom, two gone to the top of the first. Carson Moore in the 3 spot, he'll take the batter's box. Moore last year played in 33 games for the Indians, 309 the average. 7 doubles, 29 runs batted in. Batting right-handed against the right-handed Voorhees, who kicks and fires the first pitch of the at-bat. Swinging a hot shot up the middle. That's going to get on through for a base hit into center. So the Indians' first hit of the year belongs to Carson Moore, and he's on with 2 gone here at the top of the first. So a 2-out single for Moore. And now Nate Walker will step to the plate. He had a good year last year. It was an Indians offense last year that had a lot of success. Again, batted .352, scored 275 runs over 34 games. The average of first pitch to Walker is low and away, ball 1. Averaging just above 8 runs a game for the Indians last year. Had a couple of mercy rules in there as well. First pitch was low and away, ball. 1 ball and no strikes. Voorhees now works out of the stretch with Mole leading off first. The pitch. And the pitch off the plate, ball 2.
Hey, damage swing here. Come on now.
Walker ahead in the count. They do not have the board up here in Blazer Field, so it's hard to see. Hard to tell the count is. A swing and a foul off of Walker. And he stays alive. 2 strikes now. 375 to dead center here at Blazer Field in O'Fallon, part of the PBR Classic, PBR season opener. 2 strikes on Walker. Voorhees deals. Breaking pitch away, ball a ball. 3 balls and a strike on Nathan Walker. Voorhees working out of the stretch. Mole leads off of first. Slide step of the pitch. Check the swing. He went around. Strike 2. So a full count. Mole will be on the move on the 3-2 offering. Voorhees works out of the stretch. Mole on the move on the 3-2. And a check on the runner. He's back safely. Courtesy runner Sean Holsey running right now for Mole. Mole the catcher for the Indians. So Holsey out there running for him. And the 3-2 to Walker, swinging a pop of the air, left third base side, drifting toward the line. It's going to be caught in the basket by Caleb Dieters. So the Indians get a run, get no runs and a hit. Man left on for the Indians after a half inning here in O'Fallon. They'll score the Teutopolis cover to that. This is Indian Baseball on the Indian Sports Network.
Your home is everything to you, and we know that. The law office of Misty L. Webbles is your hometown hero when it comes to managing your home and belongings. Practicing in estate planning, estate and trust administration, and real estate and guardianship, Misty's law office's goal is to protect you and your family. After graduating from McKendree and St. Louis University, Misty Webbles has worked in Mascoutah for years and knows the importance of our community. Don't let anyone else handle your family. Trust Mascoutah, trust Misty Webbles.
Top of the first inning here in O'Fallon. Indians did not score in the top half of the inning. Darren Klein on the mound today for the Indians. Last year, 11 appearances, 7 of those were starts. He did have a complete game. 5-3 record for Klein a year ago. Over 43 of the third innings pitched to the tune of a .353 earned run average after a rocky start of the year. Gave up 51 hits. Klein gave up 51 hits, had 46 strikeouts again over 43 of the third innings. David Warman leads off for the Wooden Shoes for Teutopolis here in the bottom of the first. Klein, a right-handed batter. Right-handed pitcher will throw to the left-handed Warman. Klein, who works out of the stretch from the third base side of the rubber, kicks and fires to start the day, and the first pitch is bounced foul to the third base side and ends up bouncing over the fence. So 0-1 to start the inning. 46 strikeouts. There's 4 walks for Klein last year. Opponents hit .290 against him last year. Slugs 3.290. Next pitch is fouled away over the top of the dugout down over the third base side. 0-2 the count now on Warman. Schulte in left, Walker in center, Ford in right for the Indians. Bennett at third, Liebert at short, James at second, Epps at first, and it's Carson Mole behind the plate. Warman, Aiden Niemerg, as David Warman bow high to the count, 0-2. Klein from the stretch, kicks and fires. Up and away for a ball. Aiden Niemerg will bat second. He's in left. Jackson Crickey will bat third. Austin Voorhees will bat fourth here in this first inning. Klein working on his sign from Mole. Ready from the belt and deals. Over the inside corner.
Wait, you called that, right? Where's that at, Al? Low?
Was called a ball.
Hey, good pitch.
Carson Mole, the catcher, thought it was a strike. Started throwing around the infield.
All right, here we go. Hey, make a pitch.
Up to be right at the knees and over the inside corner. Umpire said it was low, so the at-bat continues here for Warman. Klein and just about everybody else in the place thought he had a strikeout. The pitch. Back to swing. He went around, struck 3. So Klein comes back and strikes Warman out. First K of the afternoon. Aiden Niemerg will come to the plate now for the.
Here we go.
Will come to the plate for Teutopolis. Niemerg. Aiden Niemerg will come to the plate for Teutopolis, the left fielder. Another left-handed batter. Klein from the belt. And the first pitch of the AB. Swinging a high pop-up, third base side. Mason Bennett tracking it near the fence. He will make the catch off against the fence. The one pitch retires Niemerg. Again, Jackson Crakey will come to the plate for Teutopolis. 2 away here in the bottom of the first.
Hey, make pitches, get us in here.
So Klein retires his first 2. Jason Crickey will take the plate. The designated hitter, batting for Andy Lustig, who is the shortstop for Teutopolis. Klein's pitch. Breaking pitch is in for a strike, 0-1. Indians in action again tomorrow at 4 o'clock against Newton. 0-1 pitch from Klein, swing and a miss, strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes.
You go, DK. Make a pitch.
Klein's 0-2. Is just off the plate, both 1.
Hey, good spot. Another one. Here we go.
Here's the next offering on the way. That is swung on, lift out of the air, right center field. Chasing into the gap of Walker and Ford. Ford is going to get there to make the catch. A 1-2-3 first inning for Darren Klein. A good way to start the season. After 1 here in O'Fallon, there's no score. You're listening to Indians Baseball on the Indian Sports Network.
Aspen Legal. is devoted to the risk takers, to the dreamers, to the legacy builders, to the entrepreneurs who are the true engine of our economy. From Los Angeles to New York, from the U.S. to the United Arab Emirates, Aspen Legal protects and helps entrepreneurs build their own unique business legacies. From Main Street to Wall Street, Aspen Legal, for entrepreneurs.
Hey, here we go.
Top of the second inning here in O'Fallon. The Indians and the Wooden Shoes up to Teutopolis. No score. Top of the second inning. Gabe James, David Schulte, Mason Bennett for the Indians here in the top of the second inning. Gabe James will lead it off. Waiting on the start of the quarter, or on the start of the half of the inning, is Coach Donald Eddy of the Indians talking to the home plate umpire as he's walking over to third. Now he starts making his way over to third, and the umpire should start making his way back toward the plate. And so we're ready to go. Austin Voorhees is out there on the mound for the Wooden Shoes. First pitch to Gabe James is a check swing, didn't go, or he did go, or a strike called anyway. And the count 0-1. No balls and a strike. The next pitch is swung on and missed, strike 2. 0-2 the count on James. So James quickly on a hole, 0-2, right-handed hitter. James' first year on the varsity squad. The pitch, swinging a flooping fly ball down the right field line out of play, out of foul. And the count stays 0-2. So James stays ahead in the count, no balls, stays behind of the count, but stays alive, no balls, 2 strikes. Voorhees ready into the wide of the 0-2. Swinging a tapper toward third, backing up on it, Dieters, plays it on a couple bounces, throw to first, not nearly in time, and James able to get an infield hit out of it, and a leadoff man is on for the Indians in the second. So with the runner at first, David Schulte will to the batter's box, left-handed hitter trying to get something done here. Voorhees with a runner on first from the stretch and a slide step. The first pitch to him, bunt showed, pulled back by Schulte, ball in the dirt, ball 1. James takes his lead off first. Voorhees looks in for his sign. From the belt, from the stretch, Voorhees fires. Bunt by Schulte as out in front of the plate, but goes foul. 1 ball and 1 strike. One ball, 1 strike. Schulte waiting for Coach Eddy to get through the sign. Steps into the batter's box. And the 1-1. Taken inside. James was running. Pitch is in the dirt. And base handled by Michael Having, the catcher. So James gets himself a stolen base. And now Michael Having will go out there to have a conversation with Voorhees. 2 balls, 1 strike as Schulte steps into the box.
Come on, David. Big spot here. Let's go, David. Come, Dave. Base hit, Dave.
Ladder at second, nobody out. Top of the second inning, no score here at O'Fallon. The pitch. Schulte gets a good bunt down the third base line. James will go over to third. Schulte's going to beat the throw to first. Oh, no, they called him out. They called Schulte out at first, but the sacrifice that'll get James over to third. And so the Indians have a runner at third base, one away. Mason Bennett will step to the batter's box. And a chance for the Indians to get a run in here in the second inning. First pitch from Voorhees is a little high, ball one. Bennett's first year at the varsity level in the 7-hole in the lineup this afternoon. Want to know the count. Pitch. Strike cold. 1 ball, 1 strike. James takes his lead off third. Voorhees from the right side of the rubber. Kicks and fires the 2-1-1. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. 1-2 the count. CJ Epps in the on-deck circle with 1 out here in the top of the second inning. Mason Bennett behind the count, 1-2. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Second strikeout of the afternoon for Voorhees. And that'll bring CJ Epps into the batter's box. With a runner at third, Indians would love to get this run in. An early run here in the top of the second. Darren Klein to the mound, worked a 1-2-3 first inning. Epps trying to get the Indians to run the pitch. Swinging a line drive to right field. That is going to get back. That's deep. That's going to get off the wall. James is in to score. Epps on his way to third. The ball mishandled in the outfield. He'll slide to second with a double. And the Indians get one home here in the second inning. Epps lets that ball fly on the first pitch to the right. And it's 1-0 Indians here in the second. And they stand with another runner in scoring position still, and Epps went forward with a chance to drive in another. Voorhees now working out of the stretch. Kicks and deals the first pitch to Ford. Checked his swing. He did not, or he took hold strike. Umpire has a delayed strike call. But the first pitch is a strike on Ford. Epps with a good lead off of second. The 0-1. Strike over the outside corner. Nolan Lieber to the on-deck circle, so the inning continue if Ford can get on here with 2 away. And Voorhees steps off the mound and calls his so no balls, 2 strikes. Voorhees on the mound. Ford to the batter's box, no balls, 2 strikes. The pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So Voorhees locks down Ford. The Indians get a run on 2 hits, no in the second, and after an inning and a half, the Indians lead the Wooden Shoes 1-0. You're listening to Indians Baseball on the Indian Sports Network.
My team and I are independent financial advisors that help families with their investment, retirement, and wealth management goals. Our mission is to provide premier financial services. Community financial advisors assist clients in making educated decisions about their future by providing a wide range of financial and investment planning services.
To contact your local financial advisor, Matt Schroeder, call 618-607-8066. For any additional information, visit communityfinancial.com.
Out of the second inning here on the Indian Sports Network. Indians lead 1-0, and an RBI double off the bat of CJ Epps in the top half of the inning.
Hey, here we go.
Darren Klein will go back to work. Austin Voorhees, Nolan Schumacher, and Michael Habing are up for the Wooden Shoes. As Austin Voorhees, the pitcher in the cleanup spot, will try to help himself out here a little bit in the bottom half of the second inning. On the third base side of the rubber, Klein kicks and deals the first pitch, swinging a hard ground ball to first. Fair ball inside the bag, snagged up by Epps. He'll race to the bag himself and get the out. So 4 out, 4 down for Klein. That ball just barely stayed inside the first base bag on a sharp ground ball. Epps handled it behind the bag and was able to race the bag out and beat out Voorhees and get the out. So 3 unassisted. And Nolan Schumacher will be the batter now for Teutopolis. First pitch of the at-bat, checked swing and a miss, strike 1. He went about 3/4 of the way around and it's 0-1. No balls and a strike, Klein. Ready and deals. Swinging a slow bouncing ball towards second. James, they're gonna call it foul. They're gonna say it hit. They called it foul. It was a slow little chopper. And they called it foul. No balls, 2 strikes. Looked like it might have hit the plate. Might have hit his foot. We'll see. But they called it a foul ball, so 0-2 the count now on Schumacher.
Keep it up, 2 strikes.
Klein had 1 strikeout of the first. Strikeout the leadoff man, Davin Warman. 0-2 on the way. Swing and a miss. Second strikeout of the afternoon. Klein sends down Schumacher on 3 pitches. And there's 2 gone here in the second.
Hey, here we go, DK.
So Michael Habing will be the batter now for Teutopolis. Klein ready and fires, and the pitch is in for a strike, 0-1. Beautiful afternoon, clear skies here in O'Fallon. No balls and a strike on Having. The pitch. Breaking ball, just off the corner, ball 1.
Good job. Keep working here. Go 2-1. Work up there. Here you go.
1 ball, 1 strike. Klein ready, kicks and fires. Breaking ball, back into the zone. Strike 1, strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Beautiful breaking pitch there from Klein. A ball and 2 strikes on the Teutopolis catcher. Habing at the plate, right-handed batter. Klein again ready to fire the 1-2. And he hits him in the helmet. So Habing gets hit in the helmet. And they're going to bring out a courtesy runner for Habing, the catcher, who needs a runner for him. Whether or not he's going to run for himself. And the batter will be Gavin Addis, the center fielder. Klein waits for his sign, now has to pitch out of the stretch for the first time this afternoon. And a check on the runner back safely.
Hey, 2 shot. Expect the baseball. Hey, let's go, Darren. Here, Darren. Expect the baseball. Here we go.
Addis in the batter's box. Klein slide steps, fires off the outside corner, ball 1. Bottom of the second inning. Game started a bit late. Traffic on the way here caused the Indians to get here only about right at 4 o'clock. Just half hour before first pitch was scheduled. We got started about 5 minutes after. The 1-0 pitch, swing and a miss. Outfield deepens themselves a little bit, backs up. Infield looking for an out, just looking for any out. The pitch from Klein. Strike called over the outside corner, 1-2. So Klein gets himself ahead of the count now. As the Indians try to get themselves back into. And we have a balk called. That'll send Having over to second.
He wasn't on the rubber. Okay. Well, then the rubber's got to come back to
Coach Eddie and the umpires both going to have a little conversation about this one. Standing just inside the foul line on the first base side near the mound. Coach Eddie going to walk back toward the bench, back toward the dugout.
Mason, back two. He gonna make a pitch. Make a pitch, get us in here.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Klein trying to get out of the inning with a runner at second now. Top of the order due up for the Indians in the next half of the inning. That pitch off the outside corner, ball 2.
2-2. Hey, 2-2 right out.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Come on, 21. David, down 2. 1-2-1. Stay deep, Nolan.
Klein gets it, fires the pitch. Here's a strike, Gray called. He sends Addis to the bench, and the Indians are out of the inning. 3 strikeouts for Klein. No runs, no hits, but a man left for the Teutopolis in the second. We go to the third. 1-0 Mascoutah. This is Indian Baseball on the Indian Sports Network.
Rinsing Ag Solutions owner Andrew Rinsing puts his many years of agricultural experience to work. We serve neighbors, friends, and family who we are honored to call customers. We employ a business model that prioritizes farmers. We are able to offer premium products at the lowest possible prices. We also offer drone and ground rig spraying services for farmers and sell Pioneer seeds. To learn more about Rinsing Ag Solutions, visit our website, rinsingagsolutions.com.
Top of the third inning here in O'Fallon, the BR opening day here on the Blazer Field, O'Fallon Panthers home field. Teutopolis and Mascoutah, 1-0 Indians as we play to the third inning. Liebert, Klein, and Moll, 1-2-3 up for the Indians here in the third. And Liebert will lead off against Austin Voorhees as the Tribe tries to add on to their 1-0 lead. First pitch of the inning is an off-speed taken for a ball, 1-0. Voorhees ready in the 1-0. Strike call to the outside corner, 1-1. Here's the 1-1 to Liebert. Breaking ball, swung on, hit to the ground to shortstop, picked up there by Andy Lustig. Throw to first is in time. One away in the third. So the ground down from Liebert. He's 0 for 2. That'll bring Darren Klein out to the batter's box. 0 for 1 with a strikeout looking in the first. Voorhees ready in the first pitch. Low and away, ball 1. Klein again. Hit well over 300 a year ago. Had a good offensive year. Hit 360 with a home run, 18 RBIs, 5 doubles. The pitch is a little bit high, ball 2. Here's the 1-1. Here's the 2-0. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Interesting field here at Blazer. It's a turf infield, and then the outfield is natural grass. The 2-1 on the way to Klein, and that ball is hit in the air, high in the air, down the right field line, drifting toward the fence, and it's going to find its way out of the ballpark. So the count 2 balls and 2 strikes now on the Indian pitcher, who is also the DH, listed as the designated hitter. So if he comes out of the game pitching, he will remain in the game to hit. The 2-2 is off the plate. Ball 3, a full count now. Count full, 3-2. Voorhees shakes off a couple signs. Now is ready to pitch. Inside off the plate. Ball 4 for Klein. He'll take a walk. First of the afternoon for Voorhees. And that'll bring Carson Moore to the plate with a base hit in the first. Indians want to add on to their 1-0 lead. Runner at first, one away. Carson Moore coming to the plate against Voorhees. The next first pitch to him is tapped foul. Kept no. It's going to get. They're going to call foul. They called foul. They said it was off of Moll's foot. It was in fair territory. They threw to first, and now they called him out. Moll and the Indians say it was off his foot. But it got to the third baseman. They threw to first and got the out. Klein does go to second. Ethan Walker in the batter's box now. Left-handed batter trying to get Klein in the pitch. Swing and a miss. Chased it. Ball gets slightly away from Habing. But not enough to get Klein to third. 26 pitches for Voorhees now through an inning and 2/3. 19 of them have been for strikes. No balls, 1 strike. The 0-1 on the way. Breaking ball low and away, ball 2. Ball 1 rather. 1 ball, 1 strike. And back to second on a ball that did nearly get away from Habing is Klein. Runner at second, 2 away. 1-0 Indians here in this top of the 3rd inning. Voorhees working out of the stretch. The pitch. Swinging a hot shot to right, to left center field the opposite way. That ball's into the gap, but it's going to be caught on a run and on a slide by Davin Warman in left center field. He caught it and then went into a slide, and that'll end the inning for the Indians. No runs, no hits, and no man left for the Indians. We go to the bottom of the 3rd. This is India Baseball on the Indian Sports Network.
Your dream home is just around the corner with Capital Construction Homes, LLC. Quality finishings, skilled craftsmanship, and innovative design are all within reach here in your hometown. Capital Construction Homes, LLC's custom home building has clients become family with our excellent customer service and care. Serving your community since 1994, experience luxury with Capital Construction Homes, LLC.
Bottom of the 3rd inning, Indians with a 1-0 lead. Tegan Powell, Caleb Dieters, and Davin Warman up here in the 3rd inning for Teutopolis. 1 run on 3 hits for the Indians. No runs on no hits currently for Teutopolis through Through 2.5 innings. Klein back to work on the mound.
Hey, 8-9 top.
Tegan Powles leads off. The first pitch from Klein, swinging a line drive. One hopper, grabbed to the backhand by Gabe James at second. Throw to first in time. That was a one-hop line drive. James made a nice play on the backhand. And one gone here in the third for Klein and the Indians. One pitch, one out here in the third inning.
Sit on it. Way to read the hop. Hey, there we go, Darren. Let's go. Another one. Here we go.
Runner at nobody on, no one away. Klein now pitching to Caleb Dieter's first pitch on the way. Swinging a pop out of play, foul behind home plate. And it might have gotten a car parked behind this place.
You go, DK. Let it eat.
No balls and a strike on Dieters. The 0-1 pitch is a little bit low for a ball.
That's better.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Swing on it now. Hit the ball hard. You go, DK.
Here's the 1-1. That's in for a strike, 1 and 2. 3 strikeouts in the afternoon for Klein, 2 1/3 innings in the books. First start of the year, first game of the year. The Indians 25-9 a year ago. The pitch off the plate, just a little bit outside it looked like. And it's 2 and 2.
You go, DK. Make a pitch.
Infield playing deep on the infield. The pitch, next pitch, swinging a tapper back past the mound. James has to charge on it, gets the ball up, throws to first. It is in time to get him. Just got Dieters by a step with a soft ground ball. Just barely got past Klein on the mound. And James didn't have a lot of time to grab it and throw. He also kind of semi-double clutched it a bit. But he was able to get Dieters by a step, and there's 2 gone here in the third. Top of the order now, Davin Warman with 2 away. Klein trying to get through 3 scoreless innings. And the first pitch is in for a strike, 0-1. No balls, 1 strike on Warman. And the 0-1 in the way. Pitch up and away, ball 1. 2 outs, top, bottom of the third. 1 ball, 1 strike on the Teutopolis center fielder, Davin Warman. Klein kicks and fires the pitch. Swing a foul out of play out of the left. So 1 ball, 2 strike count. Warman, a left-handed batter. The 1-2. In the dirt for ball 2.
Work with 2. Hey, expect the baseball. Keep battling up there. Let's go, DK.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Go.
Klein fires. Swinging a foul off to the left. That's going to find its way out of play. It'll stay 2 and 2. Klein right now, 24 pitches, 16 strikes. Next offering on the way, swinging a tip foul. Goes off the mask of Carson Mall, the catcher.
You good, Carson?
Two balls, 2 strikes. The pitch from Klein. Breaking pitch in for a cold strike 3. Klein picks up his 4th K of the afternoon, sends down the wooden shoes in 1-2-3 fashion to the 3rd. We're through 3 here in O'Fallon. 1-0 Indians. This is India Baseball on the Indian Sports Network.
Your dream home is just around the corner with Capital Construction Homes LLC. Quality finishings, skilled craftsmanship, and innovative design are all within reach here in your hometown. Capital Construction Homes LLC's custom home building has clients become family with our excellent customer service and care. Serving your community since 1994, experience luxury with Capital Construction Homes LLC.
Top of the 4th inning here in O'Fallon. The Indians leading 1-0 over Teutopolis. Gabe James will lead off the top of the 4th inning for the Indians. Had an infield hit, stolen base, and a run scored in the 2nd inning. As the Indians lead 1-0. New pitcher for Teutopolis, Hayden Tebby, number 30, right-handed pitcher. Austin Voorhees goes to 3rd. Caleb Dieters is subbed out of the game for Teutopolis. First pitch of the inning, and from Tebby of the year is a little bit high ball 1 on Gabe James. Beautiful afternoon. The 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss, chased one high. 1 ball, 1 strike. Soft breeze, beautiful skies, beautiful temperatures as well. Finally back to spring after a couple days of winter feels here in Southern Illinois. The 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss, chased another one high. One ball, 2 strikes as Tebby so they award a ball to James because Tebby had a ball in his hand and tried to go to his mouth to get some stickiness, but it can't do it with if you have the ball in your hand, I guess. So a 2-2 count now, and the next pitch is a strike over the outside corner, strike 3. And the first strikeout of the year for Tebby. So James will come to the bench, and David Schulte will take his place at the batter's box. Had a sac bunt in the 2nd inning. And he will face Tebby for the first time this afternoon. The pitch. Swinging a ground ball toward the right side. Backhanded by Nolan Schumacher, the first baseman. He'll take it to the bag for the 2nd out of the inning. So 2 gone to the 4th. And just like that, Mason Bennett back into the batter's box. The right-handed batting 3rd baseman for the Indians. 1-0 Indians. We're at the top of the 4th with a 1-0 score, 2 gone. And Bennett will bat. Mason Bennett will bat with 2 away. First pitch is high, ball 1. Two outs, the 0-1 pitch. Swing and a foul tip into the glove of Having. And it's 1-1 now. Tebby, a quick worker, the 1-1 on the way. That is high, ball 2. And the count 2-1 here on Bennett. First year in the varsity club. Opening day starting spot, trying to keep his spot there. 2 balls and a strike as Tubby gets to work and the pitch. Swing and a miss. It's 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Even count. Bennett, third baseman for the Indians against Tebby. The pitch on the way from Tebby. High, ball 3. A count is full. So a 3-2 count on Mason Bennett. Trying to get himself on base for Epps with an RBI double his last time up. And the pitch is high, ball 4. So Bennett works himself on base with a walk. He'll set himself up for C.J. Epps to come to the batter's box now. A chance for Epps. And the first pitch to Epps misses for a ball. Runner at first, the pitch on the way, and that is in for a cold strike 1. Check on the runner at first, back safely diving is Bennett. Count of 1 ball and 1 strike on Epps. Right-handed batter at an RBI doubled his last time to drive in James. And to give the Indians a 1-0 lead. The next pitch up and away, ball 2. 2 balls and a strike. Tubby from the belt, the slide step of the pitch, high, ball 3. So a 3-1 count now. And now Tebby looking at back-to-back walks with 2 away. Quinn 4 to the on-deck circle. 3 balls and a strike. Runner at first, the pitch. Swing and a miss, it's strike 2. So back-to-back full counts for Tebby in his first inning of work. Full count 3-2 the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So Epps strikes out on the full count 3-2 offering. For the Indians in the 4th, no runs, no hits. It's a man left for the Tribe. We go to the bottom of the 4th inning. It's the Indians baseball, 1-0 Indians. You're listening to Indians baseball on the Indian Sports Network.
Hey guys, what's up? Today I'm back with another video. I'm gonna teach you guys how to throw a football. Whoa. That was hard to watch. Not only the audio is bad, but the video quality too. If your internet looks like this, look no further. Whisper Internet is the best internet provider in Mascoutah, Illinois, and beyond. So switch today. If interested, head down to 9711 Fuster Road, Mascoutah, Illinois, or call at 1-800-765-7772. Whisper. Service is our passion. Internet is what we do.
Bottom of the 4th inning, Indians lead 1-0 here against Teutopolis. Aiden Niemer, Jason Krakey, and Austin Bories for the for Teutopolis here at the bottom of the 4th inning. Niemer popped up to the first baseman his last time up. And the first pitch is in for a ball. 1-0 on Niemer. 1 ball, no strikes. Klein working from the belt. He is ready and fires the 1-0 on the way. Swinging a pop foul out of play out to the left. It's a strike, 1 ball and 1 strike. One ball, 1 strike. Klein from the third base side of the rubber, the 1-1 on the way. Swinging a ground ball to the right side. James has on a big hop. Throws to first in time, gets the out. 1 gone to the 4th. Jack's Jason Crakey gets out of the batter's box. Had a deep fly out to right in the first inning. 2-3-4 in this bottom of the 4th inning for the Wooden Shoes. As Klein now gets ready to face Crakey, the designated hitter. Nobody on, nobody out, nobody on, 1 away. Klein kicks and fires the first pitch of the at-bat. Is a strike off the outside corner. Again the 0-1, swinging a hot shot to the left. Diving stop by Liebert in short, but he can't come away with a play on it. He kept it on the infield, but could not come up. He went diving to make the play. Couldn't keep it on the infield. It'll be an infield hit for Crakey. It'll be an infield single on Liebert, or for Crakey, as he hit it to Liebert, and that'll be the first. And that is the first hit of the game for the Wooden Shoes. And Teutopolis
Hey, CJ, your way.
and we're going to get a substitution. Number 21 is going to. Number 21 will courtesy run for. I'm not sure if it's a courtesy run or a pinch run. It is a designated hitter, so I imagine a pinch run. But Jake Cocker, as a runner check back, will pinch run.
Here you go.
Austin Borees started this game as a pitcher, now just the designated hitter for the Teutopolis, and that one is in for a strike. No balls and a strike, the pitch. That's in for a called strike 2. 0-2 the count on Austin Borees. Runner at first. Indians looking for a double play. Haven't twisted one of those yet in this game. A lot of firsts to be had in this game. Still looking for that first double play. No balls, 2 strikes on Borees. The 0-1 pitch. Foul tipped out of play. No balls, 2 strikes. Klein waiting for his sign. Has what he wants. And fires the 0-2. Low in the dirt, but it gets away from Carson Mole. And up to second goes Crakey. Excuse me, that's Coker. One out, bottom of the 4th inning, runner at second. And a 1-2 count, the pitch. Swinging a hard ground ball at the middle, snapped off the glove of Klein. Grabbed by Game James behind second base. Throw to first is in time to get the runner, Borees. Runner to third, though, is Jackson Crakey. Another nice play at second base by Gabe James to make that ball after it's hit off the glove of Klein. James gets able to get there to grab it. James was able to get there to grab it and throw him out. And now Nolan Schumacher will come to the batter's box, the first baseman batting in the 5 spot. Runner at third, the tying run. 2 gone, bottom of the fourth. And the pitch is a little bit low, ball 1.
Al down. That's a great pitch. Great pitch.
1 ball and no strikes. Klein waiting for his sign. Shadows starting to creep across the field here. The 1-0. Swinging a line drive. That is going to hook foul down the left field line. It's a hooking line drive and ended up hooking just foul down the line and left. So it's a 1 ball, 1 strike count with 2 outs here on the bottom of the fourth. Again, the tying run at third is Krakey. Just over halfway through the regulation 7 innings in this game. As we hit about the hour mark. Coming up on the hour mark of first pitch. 1 ball, 1 strike. And the pitch. Swinging a line drive up the middle, base hit into center, and that'll bring in the run. So Nolan Schumacher brings in the tying run. RBI single for Schumacher. Krakey comes in to score from third. And it's a 1-1 ball game in the bottom of the fourth. So we're starting over at 1.
Hey, here we go.
Both.
Hey, 2 down, get us in here.
One run, 3 hits for the Indians now. 1 run, 2 hits, both in this inning for Teutopolis. Michael Habing, the catcher, in the batter's box with 2 gone. Klein's pitch. Strike 1. Off the top of the strike zone. So Schumacher takes his lead off of first base. His position as well, the first baseman for Teutopolis. The catcher, Michael Habing, in the batter's box with an 0-1 count. Pitch low and away, ball 1.
Go DK. Go here, kid. 1 DK.
1 ball, 1 strike. The next pitch is in for a strike, 1 and 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Michael Habing is the catcher. And the 1-2 on the way. Low and away, ball 2. And the count even on Habing, 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Let's go, DK.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Klein ready to deliver and does. The pitch, swing and a miss. He struck him out for his 5th K of the afternoon. 1 run, 2 hits, and a man left for the Wooden Shoes in the bottom of the fourth. We go to the 5th inning here in O'Fallon. It's 1-1. We're listening to Indians Baseball on the Indian Sports Network.
The Lake of the Ozarks awaits. LOZ Vacations is your one-stop shop for your next Great Lake escape. LOZ Vacations offers beautiful lakefront homes with pools, docks, and more. Rediscover the Lake of the Ozarks, boating, hiking, caves, swimming, and more. Find more information at lozvacations.com or call the number on the screen.
Top of the 5th inning, Indians and Teutopolis tied at 1. Gwen Ford will lead off for the Indians. 9-1-2. Ford, Liebert, and Klein Out for the Indians here on the top of the fifth inning.
Here we go.
Quinn Ford struck out swinging his first time back in the second. Now up here in the top of the fifth inning. Indians playing Newton. They're back at home tomorrow afternoon at Newton. 4 o'clock first pitch there. That one is up and in, ball one. Oh, no, they called a strike on Quinn Ford. Looked like it might have been up and in. 0-1 the count.
Let's go, Quinn. Let's go here, kid.
Hayden Tubby still in the game for Teutopolis. Fires a pitch low and away, ball one. And a 1-1 strike count. Tubby kicks ready to 1-1. Swing and a miss, strike two. Got him that time with an off-speed pitch Tubby wearing the sleeve on the right arm. Right-handed, works out of the wind-up the pitch. Swing and a miss. Got him with an off-speed. Third strikeout already for Tubby. And the lineup will flip over now for the Indians. And Nolan Liebert will go to the batter's box. And he'll get his third opportunity. A fly out to center and a ground out to shortstop this afternoon. As the afternoon slowly turning into evening here. The pitch is a little bit high, ball one. Liebert coming off a .349 season. The 1-0 pitch is a little bit low, ball two. 2 balls, no strikes on the Indian shortstop. Top of the fifth inning, 1-1 the score. The pitch is high, ball 3 on Nolan Liebert, the Indian shortstop. So ahead in the count, 3 balls, no strikes. Darren Klein to the on-deck circle. And the pitch is off the plate. Ball 4. Nolan Liebert on with a lead with a 1-out walk. That'll bring Darren Klein to the plate. He had a walk in the third inning. Darren Klein with a strikeout and a walk this afternoon. The first pitch to him is off the outside corner of ball, 1-0. Klein has yet to put the ball in play. Again, a strikeout and a walk. Hit .360 a year ago, the pitch. Strike on the outside corner. Liebert with a delayed steal, and he's in there safely at second base. Liebert stole that base a little late, but he's able to get there safely. Stolen base, for the stolen base, he had 11 last year. Tubby ready for the pitch, ready, waiting on the pitch. It's on the way, here it comes. Swinging a high pop foul out of play behind the field. One ball, 2 strikes on Klein.
On DK.
Tubby from the stretch with the runner at second base. One gone, top of the fifth, the pitch. Swinging a fly ball in the air, center field, chasing back the center fielder. He's going back, makes the catch. Liebert back to tag. He's going to go on his way to third. He'll get there easily with a slide. So Klein is able to move the runner on a fly out to center. So runner at third, 2 gone. Carson Moore with a base hit today, and he'll have an opportunity to get the Indians the lead back. Had a single in the first, got left stranded. Grounded to third base in the third inning on what he thought was a foul ball off his foot. It ended up rolling out to third. They threw to first and caught him out. So he's 1 for 2 in the afternoon. A base hit here gets the Indians to run home. First pitch is swung on and fouled away.
Top half here. So good.
One no balls and a strike. Tebby's pitch on the way. Maul takes ball one. One ball, one strike. Liebert has his lead off third. Two gone, top of the fifth inning. One ball, one strike on Carson Maul. Tebby's pitch. Swinging a ground ball hit towards short. It's going to get underneath the glove of the shortstop. Lustig in to score is Liebert. And Maul gets one in.
3, 2, 1. Yes, 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 yes. Carson Maul. Come on, Nate. One more. Let's go. 2 for 3. Put that BS off his foot or whatever.
That'll be a single for Maul and an RBI. So 2-1 Mascoutah, 2 gone to the fifth inning. Nate Walker to the plate now, 0 for 2 in the afternoon. As Tebby works out of the stretch, fires home, swinging a looping ground ball, stopped on a knee by the third baseman Borings, go to first in time, and Walker is retired to end the top half of the fifth inning, but the Indians get a run on a hit and a man left here in the fifth. We go to the bottom half of the fifth inning. Indians 2, Teutopolis 1. This is Indy Baseball on the Indian Sports Network.
Warrior Logo Wear doesn't just print identity, unity, and pride through high-quality branded merchandise and streamlined fulfillment solutions. Want to simplify your branded merchandise and look great doing it? Just contact us at info@warriorlogowear.com or call our number at 618-566-6864. You can also visit our location at 12 East Main Street, Mascoutah, Illinois, 62258.
We are at the bottom of the fifth inning. The Indians ahead of the Teutopolis Wooden Shoes 2-1. Gavin Addis, Tegan Powles, and Hayden Teddy do up here for the Wooden Shoes here in the bottom of the fifth. Braden Klein, the freshman, will get the ball here in the bottom of the fifth inning. He'll get the pitch in relief of his brother Darren. The freshman Braden Klein making his first appearance for the Indians. Klein to start his season, 4 innings of work, gave up 2 hits, 1 run, and struck out 5. So a 7-8-9 up for the Wooden Shoes in the bottom of the fifth. Gavin Addis to lead off for Teutopolis against Brandon Klein. And the first pitch of the inning is on the way. A little bit low and away, ball 1. One ball, no strikes. Klein into his wind of the pitch. Here's a strike of the outside corner, 0-1. A 1 ball, 1 strike count. Addis struck out looking against Darren Klein in the second, now with a 1-1 count against Brandon Klein. The pitch. Way up and in, ball 2. And sailing over the head of the pit of Addis to the backstop. And the count, 2 balls, 1 strike. 2 balls, 1 strike. On Addis. Klein into the line to the 2-1. In for a ball.
It's not down. Is that in? Okay. Not gonna answer. It's not down.
3 balls, 1 strike. Klein ready to go. The pitch.
Out!
Swinging a high, pop out of play, foul down the line.
Will you tell me where it was? Hey, you go, Brandon.
And the count full at 3-2.
Let's go.
On Gavin Addis, trying to get it out here in the bottom of the 5th. Indians 2, Teutopolis 1. In this first game of the regular season, 2026. Klein ready, the 3-2. Swing and a miss. Brandon Klein in his first ever bat of a pitcher for the Indians gets a strikeout, and there's one away here in the bottom of the 5th. Tegan Powell's the batter now for Teutopolis. Grounded to second as last time. And Klein's pitch. Bunt showed. Klein going to come off the mound, get it, throw to first. Is in time. 2 gone to the bottom of the 5th inning. Good work there by Brandon Klein.
Hey, here we go. 2 down.
And there's 2 away, and the 9-hole hitter, Hayden Tebby, will step into the batter's box. So Hayden Tebby, who is now pitching for Teutopolis, will come into the batter's box. The pitcher spot sends itself down to the 9-hole. As Austin Borries took over third when he was taken out of the game to pitch. Tebby in it for his first AB of the year. And a first pitch breaking ball finds the strike zone, 0-1. 2-1 Mascoutah. Bottom of the 5th, 2 away. Indians trying to pull out a victory here this evening. And their first game of the year, the 0-1. Another breaking ball. That one did not find the strike zone. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Hey, good spot.
1 ball, 1 strike. Klein's pitch. Swing and a miss. Got it with high heat that time. 1-2 account. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Klein's ready in the pitch. Fastball off the corner, strike 3. Brandon Klein with a 1-2-3 inning. Gets the 1-2-3 inning, gets the Teutopolis down in order. They go to the 6th inning. The Indians 2, Teutopolis 1. This is Indian Baseball on the Indian Sports Network.
From the auditorium, where we show the passion and hard work of our students, to the classrooms, where our faculty dedicate themselves to shaping the next generation of scientists and engineers. From the weight room, where we inspire our students to be a better version of themselves, to the courts and fields where history is made and memories are saved. From representing our school to just being a part of the community, we are Mascoutah, the high school of choice.
Top of the sixth inning, Indians ahead of the Teutopolis Wooden Shoes 2-1. Gabe James, David Schulte, Mason Bennett for the Indians in the sixth. New pitcher for Teutopolis is Nolan Schumacher, who until this point had been playing first base for the Teutopolis. Austin Boreas moves over to first. Caleb Dieters re-enters the game and goes back to his original spot at third. So Gabe James has a infield single and a strikeout today. 1 out of 2. He'll start the inning off. And the first pitch of the inning is Schultz bunts, pulls it back, out the plate, ball 1. The next pitch is low, ball 2. Two balls, no strikes. James 1 for 2 today. Schumacher, his first appearance of the year, third pitcher of the day for Teutopolis. Here's the 2-0. Swinging a foul tip into the glove of the catcher Habing with 2 balls and 1 strike. A 2-ball, 1 strike count. James, who's made a couple of nice defensive plays today. The 2-1. Up high, 3-1. No, they call a strike. 2 balls, 2 strikes on a, in my opinion, bad strike call from the umpire. And a 2-ball, 2 strike count. Schumacher ready to pitch. Breaking ball, off the plate, ball 3. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Again, the 3-2 on the way. Swinging a fly ball in the air. Right center field. That ball's into the gap. That ball's going to get down. That ball's going to go to the wall. James on his way to second. He'll stop there to stand up double to lead off the top of the 6th. Gabe James gets a leadoff double here at the top of the 6th inning. And just like that, a runner in scoring position for the Indians. David Schulte out of the batter's box to start the batter's box next. That's 2 hits on the afternoon for James. Schulte calls time before he gets a pitch. Schulte had a sac bunt in the 2nd. He bounced to the first baseman of the 4th. Either of those 2 things would probably get this runner to 3rd here in the 6th. The pitch. Shows bunt again. He gets hit. He pulled it back and he got hit. So the Indians get the first 2 runners on here in the 6th. And Mason Bennett will go to the batter's box, 2 on, nobody out. Bennett worked a walk in his last trip, and now we got to get a mound visit here from the Teutopolis coaching staff. The mound visit is over. Runners at James at second, Schulte at first. Mason Bennett has struck out and walked this afternoon. Chance to maybe get another couple of runs in here for the Indians in the 6th with some threats here early. Nobody out. Schumacher works out of the stretch. Kicks and deals. And it's a bunt, pulled it back, ball gets away, runners advance. To 2nd and 3rd go the runners. Bennett showed bunt, and then he pulled it back, but the ball got off the glove of the catcher Habing, and the runners go to 2nd and 3rd. Nobody out at the top of the 6th. The pitch on the way. That is high. Ball 1. Ball 2. 2-0. CJ Epps is on deck. Bennett has already walked once today. The 2-0 pitch. Swinging a high pop. And that went out of play and foul. 2 balls and a strike. Two balls, 1 strike. The pitch on the way. That is a strike called. And it's 2 ball, and it's 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Count back to even after starting 2-0. Runners at second and third. The infield is in for Teutopolis. The next on the way. Swinging a line drive, base hit in left field. 1 run is in, that's James. They're going to stop Schulte at third. It's an RBI single for Mason Bennett, and the Indians have a 3-1 lead. And still nobody out. First hit, first RBI of the year for Bennett, and the Indians lead 3-1 to the top of the 6th. Nobody out. Here is CJ Epps coming to the plate. So now Teutopolis will move their infield back to double play depth, concede the run for 2 outs with nobody out in the 6th inning. Epps 1 for 2 today with a strikeout and an RBI double. Like another one of those. First pitch in the dirt, ball 1, kept in front though by the catcher.
Let's go, CJ. Do your job, kid. Let's go, CJ. I'm now 2-3.
Check on the runner at first. Back safely diving is Bennett. Runners at the corners. Nobody out. 6th inning with a run already in. Indians right now 3 runs on 6 hits. Oh. 1 ball, no strikes on Epps. Schumacher, the pitch. High, ball 2. And a late steal attempt and a successful one from Bennett, who ran late to try to get third, to try to take second, and he did. So now Teutopolis will move the infield back in on Bennett, stole a base. 2-0 on Epps. Infield will go back in. Second and third runners at second and third. Nobody out. Already a run in the inning. And Schumacher steps off the rubber. Now back ready in. Epps sets himself, and we're ready to pitch. 2-0 the count. The pitch. Epps swings and foul tips it.
Big deep breath. Big deep breath. Let's go.
Two balls and 1 strike on CJ Epps. Schumacher works out of the stretch. Runners at second and third. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. 2-2. Quinn Ford to the on, or excuse me, Sean Holsey in the on-deck circle, going to hit for Quinn Ford. See what Epps does. Two balls, 2 strikes. Schumacher in the stretch, arm hanging down at his side, leaned over looking in for his side. Comes back, works now from the belt. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Epps, the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Comes back from 2-0 to strike out Epps, first out of the inning. Sean Holsey will hit for Quinn Ford.
Let's go, Sean. Here we go. Go,
So Sean Holsey will hit for Quinn Ford. 1 out. Runners at second and third. Infield in for Teutopolis. Outfield medium deep. The pitch. Swan hits, bounces one to short. They're going to come home with the throw. The throw to home. Not in time. Oh, they say he got it at home plate. They say he got it at home plate. It looked from here. Looked from here that he was safe at home. On a 6-2 fielder's choice. So now they're running. So now they're they're first and third with 2 outs, and the lineup flips over to Nolan Liebert. Schulte thrown out of the plate on Schumacher now to face Liebert. Runner at third. The pitch on the way is a ball. Throw down. No, they don't throw to second. Holsey another late steal. And so second and third, 2 outs. 3-1 Indians here, but top of the 6th.
Hey, here we go. RBI time.
Schumacher's pitch on the way, swinging a line drive into the. That's going to get on through. Oh no, it stays in the infield. So he's out at first. The ball went off the glove of the shortstop Lustig. It stayed on the infield, and Tegan Powell got Liebert apparently by a step. It's going to be a 6-4-3 because it went off a glove, hit another. Powell's is the one who threw it, but it hit off Lustig's glove. And after all of that, the Indians get 1 run on 1 hit of the inning, and they leave 2 runners on base. As we middle of the 6th inning here at O'Fallon, it's the Indians 3, Teutopolis 1. This is Indian Baseball on the Indian Sports Network.
Your home is everything to you, and we know that. The law office of Misty L. Webbles is your hometown hero when it comes to managing your home and belongings. Practicing in estate planning, estate and trust administration, and real estate and guardianship, Misty's law office's goal is to protect you and your family. After graduating from McKendree and St. Louis University, Misty Webbles has worked in Mascoutah for years and knows the importance of our community. Don't let anyone else handle your family. Trust Mascoutah, trust Misty Webbles.
Bottom of the 6th inning, Indians lead 3-1. Top of the order for Teutopolis against Brandon Klein, Davin Warman, Aiden Niemerg, and Jack Stacy Krakey. Brandon Klein with a 1-2-3 5th inning. Will now go to work against the top of the order for Teutopolis as the Indians try to pull out a win as we play at the bottom of the 6th inning. Warman 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts this afternoon. First pitch low and in, ball 1.
Hey, here you go. Stay through. Here you go.
The 1-0 on the way. Breaking ball in for a called strike 1. Indians have not made an adjustment to the lineup yet tonight. Same fielding position, same hitting. The pitch on the way is a little bit inside, ball 2. And the reason they're able to do that is that they had Darren Klein set as a designated hitter. So he was able to just continue to hit and just subbing a pitcher. The pitch on the way, swinging a high fly ball to left field. Chasing it back is David Schulte up against the wall, and he makes the catch. That ball just kept on traveling, and Schulte was able to make the catch up against the fence out in left field. So one away, bottom of the sixth. Aiden Niemer will come to the plate, 0 for 2, pop out to third, and a ground out to second here in this game. Left-handed batter will face Brandon Klein for the first time. First pitch of the inning is inside a ball. 3-1 Indians, bottom of the sixth inning. The 0-1. The 1-0 pitch. Fouled away. Ball 1. Strike 1. One ball, one strike. Klein ready and the pitch. Check this swing. He went around. Strike 2. A 1 ball, 2 strike count on Niemer. Klein struck out 2 in his first inning in the 5th. Bottom of the 6th, 1 away. Indians lead by 2, 3-1. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Klein out of the windup, ready, and now steps off the rubber. The 1-2. He is up and away, ball 2, 2-2.
Out, Carson. We're good, here we go. You go, BK.
And the next 2-2 from Klein is in the dirt, ball 3. It's a full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes.
We got to get lower and block. Get lower and block. You go, BK. Go get him.
Klein ready, and the 3-2 offering on the way. That is over the inside corner, strike 3 called. Klein's third strikeout of the evening coming on to the bullpen. And with 2 gone to the bottom of the 6th, Jason Creaky will come to the batter's box. And the Indians will try to get another, and Klein will try to get another 1-2-3 inning, go into the 7th. There's a strike on that first pitch to Creaky. Creaky had an infield hit and scored a run of the 4th inning. He flew out to right field back in his first debut in the 1st. 3-hole hitter and the designated hitter today for Teutopolis. Next pitch on the way. Swinging a fly ball in the air. Right field. Ford is under there, and he's going to get it for the out. 6 up and 6 down out of the bullpen for Brandon Klein. We go to the 7th inning here in O'Fallon. This is Indy Baseball on the Indian Sports Network.
Aspen Legal is devoted to the risk takers, to the dreamers, to the legacy builders, to the entrepreneurs who are the true engine of our economy. From Los Angeles to New York, from the U.S. to the United Arab Emirates, Aspen Legal protects and helps entrepreneurs build their own unique business legacies. From Main Street to Wall Street, Aspen Legal, for entrepreneurs.
Top of the 7th inning here in Mascoutah. Nolan Schumacher still on mound for the Teutopolis Wooden Shoes. Darren Klein, Carson Mull, Nate Walker to lead off the 7th inning for the Indians. Try to get a little bit of insurance before the bottom of the 7th when they try to close this one away. Indians are back home tomorrow at Newton, at home against Newton at 4 p.m. tomorrow afternoon. Tune in for that one, 4 o'clock right here on the Indian Sports Network. Darren Klein leads off the inning, and the first pitch is in the dirt, ball 1. When we move on to the new fields at Mascoutah, Veterans Park in Mascoutah, we will be able to provide you videos of these games. Until then, though, you'll have to stick with the radio version of the Indians broadcast. That one, this is inside ball 2 on Darren Klein. That game tomorrow again will be played at the old field for the Indians. Also, when we get the softball field done, there will be a select couple of softball home games that will be on the air for us on the Indian Sports Network. So a lot of fun coming your way this spring right here. The 2-0 pitch to Klein is in for a strike, 2 balls and 1 strike. Two 1 decline, swinging a ground ball to third. Diving stop by Dieters at third. Throw to first is in time to get Klein one away. Dieters went to a half dive, kind of went to his knees a little bit at third base, stopped it on a couple of hops, and was able to throw Klein out at first. So 1 gone, top of the 7th. Carson Mull covered to the plate. 2 for 3 today with 2 singles and an RBI. In the first pitch to Mull, swinging a fly ball in the air, center field. Drifting back is Warman, and he'll make the catch for out number 2. 2 gone here in the 7th, and now Nate Walker will come to the plate. Walker is 0 for 3 today with a pop out, a fly out, and a ground out. Coming up at the bottom of the 7th, when the Indians try to put this one away, it'll be 4, 5, and 6 for the Teutopolis Wooden Shoes. That went up and away, ball 1 on Walker from Shoemaker. The 1-0 pitch to Walker is in for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Be aggressive. Let's go. Have some that's there.
1 ball, 1 strike. Shoemaker's delivery, swinging a fly ball in the air. Left center field. That ball's going back, drifting back down. Up in left field, up against the wall. Walker will cruise on into second, standing up. A 2-out double here in the 7th inning. Walker's got his first hit of the year. It's an opposite field double. And the Indians have life in the top of the 7th, trying to add on to their 2-run lead. Gabe James now 2 for 3 today. An infield single and a double. 2 runs scored on the afternoon. 2 outs and the pitch. Low, ball 1. One ball, no strikes on James. And the 1-0 on the way is in for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. Off speed delivery that time from Schumacher.
Let's go, Gabe. Be aggressive. Come on, 9. Good, kid. Gabe, here we go. Go, kid. I'm good.
The 1 ball, 1 strike pitch. Walker at first, the pitch to James. Swinging and a miss, strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. One and 2 the count on James. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Schumacher steps off the mound. From the first base side of the rubber, Walker off second, the pitch. Breaking ball, up and away, ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 3-1 Mascoutah, top of the 7th inning. Teutopolis was the second in state last year in 2A. Lost to Sacred Heart Griffin on June 7th, 5-4. Two balls, 2 strikes on James. Schumacher deals. Strike 3 called over the outside corner. So Schumacher K's up Gabe James. The Indians get no runs on a hit and a man left in the 7th. Trying to close this one out. Brandon Klein back to the mound to try to put it away at the bottom of the 7th. This is Indian Baseball on the Indian Sports Network.
My team and I are independent financial advisors that help families with their investment, retirement, and wealth management goals. Our mission is to provide premier financial services. Community financial advisors assist clients in making educated decisions about their future by providing a wide range of financial and investment planning services.
To contact your local financial advisor, Matt Schroeder, call 618-607-8066. For any additional information, visit communityfinancial.com.
Bottom of the 7th inning, Indians on top of Teutopolis 3-1. Brandon Klein out to try to close this one away. Austin Voorhees, the cleanup hitter, on to lead off and a first pitch swinging. Ground ball to short. Liebert is short, has it. Throw to first is in time. 1 pitch and 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th inning. And they're going to, oh no, they're going to say that C.J. Epps at first was off the base.
Al, can we appeal? Can we ask you? Hey.
They're going to call that an error and put a runner at first base. They're going to say Epps was off the base.
Said he was off?
Now Coach Eddie wants to have a conversation. They're saying C.J. Epps was off the base. Umpires are going to have a conversation about it. And they're going to keep it safe with Epps off the bag. So an E3 to start tonight, to start the 7th inning, and what we thought was going to be an infield was going to be an out. And now Nolan Schumacher will come to the batter's box with runner at first, nobody out, top bottom of the 7th, tying run to the plate. Checking the runner at first. And they're going to say that, and Schumacher had called time just before Klein threw over to try to pick off Voorhees. So now Schumacher in the batter's box, tying run. Voorhees has the lead off first. Klein works out of the stretch, steps off the rubber. 3-1 Indians, bottom of the 7th. Infield at double play depth, trying to roll 2. Klein kicks and fires the first pitch. Low it in, ball 1. Klein looks the runner, works from the belt, the pitch. Strike called over the inside corner, 1-1. Schumacher, the left-handed batter, waits for the pitch from Klein. Here it comes, swinging a foul off the end of the bat, off to the backstop. 1-2 now on Schumacher. One ball, 2 strikes. Borey's off of first. Michael Habing, the catcher, is on deck for Teutopolis. Schumacher today 1 for 2 with an RBI hit in the 4th and a strikeout swinging in the 2nd. The 1-2. Strike 3 called. A breaking ball locks up Schumacher. And there's one gone to the bottom of the 7th. 4th strikeout of the evening for Klein in relief. So Michael Habing will cut the batter's box. And we'll go to a pinch hitter, Eric Widener. Eric Widener will come in a pinch hit for Michael Habing, the catcher. The 15, left-handed batter against the right-handed Klein. Infield still at double play depth, looking to roll 2 if they can get a ground ball. First pitch, swinging a pop foul out of play out to the left. 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. Klein walks around the back of the mound, rubs up the new baseball, wipes his hand against the right side of his right leg. Looks the runner at first, now ready. The pitch. Breaking ball in for a strike, 0-2. Again, the Indians in action tomorrow afternoon in Mascoutah, Newton at 4 o'clock. Klein ready and the 0-2. A little bit high, ball 1. Borey is still leading off of first base. Liebert and James, shortstop and second baseman, looking to roll a double play. If Klein can get a ground ball here. 1-2 the count on Eric Widener. Klein looks the runner. Nods his head and now fires the pitch. Swing and a miss. 5 strikeouts out of the pen for Brandon Klein. And Kevin Addis will come to the batter's box as the last hope for Teutopolis down to their final out. Borey's off first, 2 outs. Bottom of the 7, the pitch. Breaking ball finds the zone, strike 1. A 1-1 the count. Klein works off the first base side of the rubber, ball behind his back. Now takes it from the belt. Kicks and deals. Breaking ball hit out towards short. It's going to roll off the mound. James has it up, throws to first in time. And the Indians win on opening day. The Indians pull out the victory on opening day. And who better but the Klein brothers to do all the pitching on the mound. 10 strikeouts between the two of them. And it's a 3-1 victory over Teutopolis here at Blazer Field in O'Fallon on opening day, high school baseball 2026. We're back with the final numbers in a moment. This is Indy Baseball on the Indian Sports Network.
Your home is everything to you, and we know that. The law office of Misty L. Webbles is your hometown hero when it comes to managing your home and belongings. Practicing in estate planning, estate and trust administration, and real estate and guardianship, Misty's law office's goal is to protect you and your family. After graduating from McKendree and St. Louis University, Misty Webbles has worked in Mascoutah for years and knows the importance of our community. Don't let anyone else handle your family. Trust Mascoutah, trust Misty Webbles.
Indians pull out a victory tonight by the final score of 3-1. It was a good game. The Indians got their first run of the second inning on a C.J. Epps RBI double to score Gabe James. Their second run came on an RBI single from Carson Moore to bring in Nolan Liebert, and an RBI single by Mason Bennett in the sixth brought home Gabe James, who had 2 runs scored today. The Klein brothers shining on the mound this afternoon. Darren Klein had 4 innings of work, 1 run on 2 hits, punched out 5. And his brother Brandon Klein, a freshman in relief, 3 innings, no walks, and punched out 5 as well. For the Indians today, 3 runs on 6 hits. They had an error. They left 8 runners on. And for Teutopolis, a run on 2 hits and left 3 runners. Darren Klein will pick up the win this afternoon. And Nolan Schumacher will be credited with the loss. The game that began at 4:34 this afternoon and ended at 6:27, an hour and 53-minute game over 7 innings. And with that, that is going to do it for us tonight. The Indians pick up the victory, 3-1 the final score here at O'Fallon. A good win this afternoon, able to pick this one up. And they will head home tomorrow. They'll have Newton